Do you feel incomplete, insufficient, or imperfect? Do you feel a longing or like something is missing? If so, this Hatha Yoga class is for you. Hello, I am Melissa from Yoga with Melissa, and this is real yoga for real people. Yoga so you can move better, feel better, and connect with your true nature. In a culture that wants us to do more, be more, and consume more, this is deeply transformational Hatha Yoga, where we bring self-awareness and self-acceptance to ourselves, our relationships, and the world we inhabit. I put out a new full 1-hour yoga class every single Friday. So if you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single yoga class. If you're feeling overwhelmed and anxious right now and you find my spoken teachings just too much, then feel free to press the mute button and just follow along visually until it feels less overwhelming. For my members, I highly recommend that you do the upper back rehydration or the lower back rehydration. Do those two together with a soft foam roller, or you could even do the pre-meditation rollout before this class. That's going to help you a lot. There's a lot of hip openers and back bends in this class. And for those of you that aren't members, make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end, and I will tell you how to get access to what our members have that is going to make this class a lot easier for them. For this class, you're going to need 2 blocks. So thanks to Dusky Leaf for our blocks, and also thanks to Squeeze Yoga Clothing for my clothes. Today I'm wearing long black leggings with the Om Mani Padme Om underneath them, and I am underneath my layers here wearing an orange long sleeve bamboo top with an Om symbol on it. So let's begin with our peace mantra to begin. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavate Tejasvina Vaditamastu Mavidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So that mantra means protect us together, student and teacher. May our studies nourish us together. May we work together for the union of the good of all. May our learning be luminous and purposeful. May we live in harmony. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. So we're going to begin with your 2 blocks in supported fish pose. You're going to take one high for your head, and then you're going to take the other one low to support your upper back. And you're going to lie back over your blocks. With your palms up beside you. And just take a few minutes to get the positions of the block right so that your head and your upper back is supported and it feels comfortable. And then take a deep breath in through your nose, let it fall out of your mouth. And let yourself rest and sink here, feeling the support of the blocks, the support of the earth underneath you, and letting yourself connect with your breathing. Okay, so take a deep breath. And just feel the difference in your shoulders and your heart center. And then you're going to bend your knees and we're going to slowly move onto our bellies. Tuck your chin. You can put your blocks off to the side. So you're going to come down onto your stomach. And you're just going to pause here for a moment and let your spine just come back to a more neutral position. Roll your hips from side to side, release your low back. Tuck your right toes under. Lift your right knee, reach back through your right heel. Tuck your left toes under. Lift your left knee, reach back through your left heel. And then you're going to walk your elbows back underneath your shoulders. So you're coming into another small back bend here with the support of the earth underneath you. So we have a core belief about being a human being that we need more, we need to get more, we need to be more to be complete. If only we could improve our physical appearance, improve our health, improve our relationships or get in a better relationship, fix our job or get a better job, fix up our house or move to a better house, buy a better yoga mat, get some better clothes, or even have a better night's sleep, then we would be fulfilled. And this is a core belief we have as human beings, that we need to get more to be complete because we feel incomplete. And you can slowly lower down here. Rest on your belly. Okay, from here you're going to take actually just bend your left arm so that it's parallel to the front edge of your mat. And bend your right leg. You're going to reach around and hold on to your right ankle. If you can't reach that, you can use a strap, hook it around your right ankle and hold on to the strap. And actually, for really nice alignment through your shoulder, so your shoulder opens more, hold on to your ankle from the inside of your ankle. This will open up your arm nicely. And then what you're going to do, you know what? We've got our blocks. I'm geeking out on you a bit here with alignment. Indulge me. Put your block between your knees, and then you're going to hug your block into your... Okay, so you've got the block between your knees so that you're not swinging your right knee out to the side, and you're going to kind of hug it in. You can notice how challenging that is. So what you're going to do is you're going to lie down, And you're going to pull your right ankle away from your buttocks and lift your chest off the ground. You'll feel something happening in your right quad and a little back bend here. In our culture, we're taught that when we grasp enough pleasurable experiences, one after the other, that we will be happy. Okay, then you can go ahead and lie down. Let your spine relax. And then we're going to come around and bend your left knee, reach in and hold on the inside of your left ankle. And you're going to breathe in here, hug into the block, exhale and pull up. So the problem is that wanting is like an intoxicant and we're unable to see it clearly. And then you're going to lower down. And push up on all fours. And on all fours, we'll come into cat pose. Round up through your spine and arch through your spine. You can come onto fists if your wrists are a problem, or you can even come down onto your forearms. And then you're going to walk over to the side, do some cat pose there. On the other side. And you can come back to the center and we'll rotate here as well. So let's inhale, open the left side up. Exhale, rotate through, come into a twist here. Tuck your chin so the back of your neck is long. And then come back to the center. We'll twist to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, rotate. And then come back to center and do just a few more cat poses. Just freestyle it. You can round, you can circle, you can go to the side, so do what feels good. The truth is, we do not need to acquire things or change things. We can see how our sense of longing and incompleteness gets us caught in a vortex of desire and wanting. It creates a belief and a feeling that we are separate and not whole, that we are deficient and inadequate in some way. Okay, from here we're going to practice some of what we're going to be doing in the standing position while we're a little closer to the ground. So what you're going to do is slide your right leg back and your right arm forward. You'll probably want to bring your left knee in a bit, so you've got a wider base. Your left hand's sort of closer to the outside of your mat, your left knee is in. Then you're going to lift your right arm and your right leg. You take your right hand around to the back and hold on and open. And then what you're going to actually do is open up to the long edge of your mat. So you're opening up to the side. And then you can release this pose from your body on this side. And let's do this on the other side. So I'm going to turn around so I'm not showing you my back end. Okay, so this time I'm going to talk you through it, I think, a little bit better. You're going to walk your knees over to the left side of your mat, and then you're going to take your left leg back and your left arm forward. Lift your left arm and leg. Take your left arm around to your back left ankle, hold on, and then you open up to the long edge of your mat. And then you're going to release this from your body. And we're going to come into downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under, inhale. And exhale, you're going to come into downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, take your right leg up long behind you. You could just stay on all fours. You don't have to come into downward facing dog if this doesn't work for you. And then bring your right knee forward to your right wrist. Take your left leg long and behind and fold forward into pigeon pose. With the stability of our yoga practice, we can notice that we are caught up in the painful narrative of grasping and wanting, and come back to resting in our body. And when we stabilize, like we're doing with our yoga practice right now, our awareness opens. And from here, you're going to step back into downward facing dog, or you can come to all fours again, whichever works best for you and your body today. Then take your left leg up and behind. Bend your left knee forward to your left wrist. Reach your right leg back and long. And fold forward over your bent leg. When the desire, longing, and wanting arises, when that sense of being partial and defective or imperfect in some way comes up, it's an invitation to stabilize so our awareness can open. And then we can become curious about the longing. How long does it last? How does it intensify? Does it fade away? How does it feel in your body? Where do you feel it in your body? What emotions are attached? Is it charged? In what way? Notice how the longing, wanting, and desire shifts and changes as you pay attention to it. And then find your way back into downward facing dog. And then make your way up to standing. Okay, so we're going to do dancer pose. We'll start standing on your left foot. Bend your right leg. Reach around and hold on to the inside of your foot because that opens up your shoulder. It's good, you could hold on to a wall or a chair or something like that for balance if you need help with balance. Point your knee straight down. Lift your left arm up and you pull your heel away from your buttocks for the back bend. It really helps if you do the soft foam roller, especially for your upper back before you do your back bends in your class. So did you see me do that before we came out, Tim? Oh, okay. Well, I did. And so it's a lot easier. And then you're going to release this pose from your body. Do the same thing on your other side. You'll stand on your right foot. Hold on to the inside of your left foot. Extend your right arm. Inhale here. Exhale, extend your left heel away from your buttocks. And then you can let that out of your body. Okay, So we're going to do some over the moon pose now. So you're going to either need a chair or a block, or maybe neither. It's up to you. I'd like to raise the ground a little bit for this pose. I'm going to suggest you'll probably want to come over here for this one again. Okay, so set up a chair or a block or nothing. If you don't want anything, it's up to you. And you're going to place it to the outside of your foot. Come into a standing forward fold. Place your block to the outside of your foot so you have a little bit of balance here. And you're going to lift your right leg up and behind you, bend it, hold on to your ankle, and you're just going to take your time with this. Because what you're going to be doing is the same thing you did when you knelt or kneeling, is you're going to open the pose. Of course, I have hair in my mouth. So you're going to open this pose up for over the moon pose. And then you're going to slowly come out, and we'll build it on the other side. So you'll come into a standing forward fold on the other side. It's fun being outside again. Finding a spot where a block will stand up on its own. Okay, so standing forward fold. Oh, that's a big opener for the hips. You know what we should have done was lunge pose. We did pigeon, but we should have done lunge. I'm tempted to throw a lunge pose in here right now. Okay. Tim says no. Yeah. You know what now, Tim? I'm going to make you do this class now. We'll see how you feel about not having a lunge pose in it now. Okay. So here we go. Standing forward fold. Opening the hip. And then release that out of your body. Take your feet wide. This is going to feel good on your hips. Roll your pelvis forward and come into a wide-legged standing forward fold. Okay, so coming back to our class theme here, with awareness, we can begin to distinguish unhealthy desire from skillful motivation. So we can start to open to our experience of desire, longing, and wanting, and with wakeful conscious attention unlock the valuable energy bound up within them. Okay, we're going to come down to seated. Okay. Bend your right leg in front of your left leg, bent. Sit up nice and tall. Okay, so you're going to take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and twist. So recognizing our desire is not a matter of creating a club or a whip to judge our experience or push it away as if it isn't happening. And we're not going to confuse desire with pleasure. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a pleasant experience. We are bringing compassionate, tender awareness to acknowledge the longing that is present in our lives so that we can respond more skillfully. We understand that nothing lasts forever, and just as the desire arises, it too will pass away. And then come back to the center. Let's switch our legs. So your left leg is bent in front of your right one now. And I forgot to say, what you might find is that your hips are really uneven on the ground. And if that's the case, just fill the space with a blanket underneath a hip that's lifted off the ground or a pillow. And now you're going to take your right hand to the outside of your left knee and twist. And then you're going to come back to the center. And we're going to finish with a bent leg forward fold. So you're going to need your blocks for this, or you could use cushions too. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together in towards your groin and open your knees. And wherever they open to, if they rest on the ground, then great. If not, you need to support your SI joints here by placing the blocks and lifting the ground. So you create a new ground. So wherever that space is, you're just going to fill the space so that you have your SI joints aren't hanging on their hinges. And then you're going to fold forward there. That feels really good. It's spring here right now. I'm resisting every urge to speak about spring because the dandelions are here. And these are one of the best medicines for your liver. So I've just, okay, there was the desire and longing all class to speak about spring. And I finally gave into it. This is the best herb one of the best herbs for your liver for spring. And there you go. Now we're working on the liver meridian here for spring. There you go. See, I just gave into desire and longing. My desire and longing to speak about my favorite herb. So at its deepest core, all of our unskillful desire is a spiritual longing to connect with our completeness. My interconnection with the dandelion. The more we support our awareness and sense into each experience, we can recognize that we are intrinsically good and honor our precious human life. Okay, you're going to come upright. Put your blocks off to the side. And we're going to come down for Shavasana. Lie down on your back. If you have a bolster, you can place it underneath your knees. If you have any low back issues, you're going to want to lie with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. If it's comfortable, you can lie with your legs long. You're going to lie here to receive your practice, to integrate your practice. And I'm going to sit up and read you a poem. This poem is called Heat by Jane Hirschfield. My mare, when she was in heat, would travel the fence line for hours, wearing the impatience in her feet into the ground. Not a stallion for miles, I'd assure her. Give it up. She'd widen her nostrils, sieve the wind for news, be moving again, her underbelly darkening with sweat, then stop at the gate a moment, wait to see what I might do. Oh, I knew how it was for her, easily recognized myself in that wide lust, came to stand in the pasture just to see it played, offered a hand, a bucket of grain, a minute's distraction from passion, the most I gave. Then she returned to what burned her, the fence, so hoping I might see, might let her free. I'd envy her then, to be so restlessly sure of heat and need and what it takes to feed the wanting that we are. Only a gap to open the width of a mare, the rest would take care of itself. Surely I knew that. Who had the power of bucket and bridle, she would beseech me, sidle up, be gone, as life is short, but desire is long. Okay, gradually allow your breath to deepen. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bend your knees. Roll to your right side. And slowly make your way up to seated. So you can sit on a chair or on a block, kneeling like me, or you can sit cross-legged on a meditation cushion, depending on what's most comfortable for you today or what props you have available. We're going to sit with the Bhairava Mudra if you're a male, or Bhairavi Mudra if you're female. Okay, so if you're a man, you're going to place your right hand in your left hand and rest it on your lap. And if you're a woman, you're going to place your left hand in your right hand and place it in your lap. And then you're going to sit with a straight spine. And you're going to draw your ears back over your shoulders, lengthen up through the back of your head. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. And this mudra will serve to calm your mind. It's an excellent mudra for meditation. It cuts through ego clinging, and it imparts the courage needed to fully embrace life as it is, which I thought was an excellent mudra to use for our class on desire, because if we are going to let go of desire, we're going to embrace life as it is. So we're going to sit with this mudra for a few moments. So let's transition to our finishing mudra, left palm up, right palm down, making space with breath and a sigh. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of our own lives create some happiness and freedom for all. So if you felt some spaciousness and some freedom around that incompleteness and desire, so we have a good example right now. I think we just keep rolling through this, Tim. One of the desires that we work with every time we film is a desire for a quiet space, and it creates a lot of tension in our bodies and a lot of angst and a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of frustration. We deal with it every time we film. So, or the weather, right? These are desires, like today we had a lot of tension to try and get the lesson planned, to get out here to film before it started raining. And then we come outside and we deal with a lot of tension and desire around wanting a quiet space to film. So we're working against all these kind of longings all the time. But the world's going to unfold the way the world's going to unfold. If it's going to rain, it's going to rain. The people in the park are going to work. They're going to work. These are some really grounded, complete examples of the way that it works. And we cause ourselves a lot of suffering for wanting life to be different than it is. This is the bonus lesson for today's. This is the kind of stuff that you get when you're a member. We spend a lot of time going into more detail on the lessons. So right now, I can feel the tension mounting for Tim as he wants us to be able to finish filming this show without the background noise of, I'm assuming it's a edger or something, or yeah. So, and we want to have a nice show for you, but this folds into the lesson just beautifully, because how many times do we come outside to do our yoga practice and we want it to be beautiful and quiet, and our neighbor kicks up their leaf blower or their lawn mower and it disturbs our peace? But we can't control these things. We just can't. And so this is part of our practice. And so if this lesson seemed a little abstract to you, then ground yourself in that application. That's very true. So if you know somebody else who could benefit from seeing clearly their completeness, the preciousness of their human life, then feel free to share this class with them. And let me know in the comments how longing and desire and wanting feels in your body. I've told you how it feels in our body. It creates anxiousness. It creates frustration. Let us know in the comments. You know that our longing and desire to have good weather, to have a quiet atmosphere for filming, how that feels for us in our bodies. Let us know how it feels for you in the comments. Pay attention to how it shifts and changes, and let us know in the comments what it is for you, how those things come up and play out in your life. And better yet, if you're a member, join us on Mondays. Let us know, and then we can talk about it in person. And if you're not already a member, become a member, and we'll have a better conversation one-on-one, face-to-face about it on Monday. I want to thank you, Donna, Leah, Cornelia, and another Donna. Either Donnas are the most generous people, or there are just a lot of Donnas in the world. Thank you for your donations. Today we did a lot of back bending and hip opening. And if you want to be more supported in being able to safely open up your hips and your back, I would highly recommend our connective tissue classes in our membership community. They'll help your fascia move freely so that you can find more mobility and movement in your yoga postures. And I put a link in our show notes, if you're a member, to all the connective tissue classes in our membership community. So if you're a member, you can click on those, and there's a ton of them. And if you're not already a member and you want to have access to the classes that use the soft foam roller, the slow-mo ball, and the soft squash ball, then you can click on the link to become a member. I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our ocean. May you be as rooted as the trees in our forest. And may you be as strong as our mountains. Om Shanti. Namaste.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.